When I say AliExpress, what immediately comes to mind? You probably think of clones, knockoffs, cheap, mass-produced, drop-shipped goods coming from China. And you're not exactly wrong. But surprisingly enough, AliExpress actually has a lot of hidden gems if you know where to look. So today we're building a video where we're going to build a full everyday carry setup only using stuff found from AliExpress. Yes, this did take about a month or two to actually get all this stuff shipped to me, but funny enough, we built a full EDC setup for under $100. So let's dive in and see how great this actually carry setup is. Starting with everybody's favorite thing, and that's of course the knife. Now on AliExpress, there's no limit to the amount of knives I could purchase. Unfortunately, most of them were clones, knockoffs, counterfeits, bench-made bug outs out there, tons of fake Spydercos, zero tolerances. The list just goes on and on. If you wanted a fake Sebenza, boom, there's your place. There's just tons of fake knives out on AliExpress, and I kind of covered a video on that before, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to try to find an original design. So I found this one. I'm not sure if this is a design out there. It probably exists. I don't know. It didn't look familiar to me, so that's why I went for it. Kind of interesting, has shredded carbon fiber handles, has a blade of 14C28N, and best of all, this is only around $25. So I kind of bought it. Just want to really see how good a original knife from AliExpress is. And surprisingly enough, it's actually really decent. So first off, when I got this and I opened it up, I was actually kind of surprised because it was a top liner lock. On the listing photos, which I'll show right here, you can see this doesn't have the top liner lock on the photos. And I believe this is a thing due to laws maybe in China or AliExpress where knives can't have one-handed opening locking mechanisms. For example, a lot of the bench-made clones out there, their access lock is actually photoshopped out. You don't see top liner locks or button locks out there. And most of them, they just kind of photoshopped out. And a lot of them have in the description, do not post a photo of the knife in the reviews because I believe they can get in trouble like that. So when I got this and I opened up the package, I was surprised it was a top liner lock because I thought it was just going to be a normal liner lock. So I was actually surprised. But then I was surprised again because how nice this was. I mean, the lock actually works really nice, really strong, no wiggle, no wobble, locks up perfect, drops shut really nice. The action is really, really smooth here. It's not the smoothest knife I've ever had in the world, but it's not terribly far off. It's a really nice, smooth, fidgety knife to play with. Outside of that, it's a pretty nice knife just regardless. I like the shredded carbon fiber handle scales. This pocket clip is really interesting with this kind of ball here at the end. It works really well, won't really shred up your pocket. Really nice deep carry, really great pocket clip. I like the blade shape, kind of this Wharncliffe sheep's foot style blade. Big chunky blade, made of 14C28N. If you know anything about knives right now, 14C28N is on almost every budget knife under the $60 mark. So having it on a $25 knife is amazing. I'm not sure how good this steel is. It's like the heat treat, everything, because once again, this is coming from China, not a known manufacturer. So take this with a grain of salt. But if this is true, that's really nice. The action's really good. The only thing I really don't like about this is these purple jewels on the thumb stud. I don't know. This is just the most tacky thing for me. I've never seen bling on a thumb studs. Really could do without that. But other than that, it's a really nice knife. Fits in hand really comfortably. It is a little bit thick, so that's one thing to keep in mind. But for a $25 knife, you could do a lot worse. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this guy. If you're interested, I'll try to put links down in the description. AliExpress changes all the time. Stuff gets taken down. So there isn't a link. I'll definitely have photos of everything here so you can try to look it up by the title. But for a $25 knife, just for our first shot, not bad. Honestly, pretty impressed. Next up is the wallet, and shockingly enough, there weren't a ton of options out there on AliExpress. You can get some fake leather wallets or designer ones, but I wanted something a little bit more simple, a little bit more easy to carry, and I settled on this guy. Once again, wasn't a ton of options, so I ended up settling with this one, mainly due to the price. I think this was like $5 or $6, so very budget focused, and for what it is, it's not bad. It's not the best wallet in the world by any means, but this will definitely do the job. Just a really simple, small bifold, made of like this thin kind of Cordura type of nylon. Pretty nice. All the stitching's good. The quality is okay. Once again, around $5. You could do a lot worse. Only 4 card slots, 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. No cash slot, so it's kind of a bummer. I wish there was a cash slot for your bills, but just really simple. You can easily just get your cards, slide them out. I will say this design has one kind of flaw that I've noticed is this hole for the outside and the inside, they kind of overlap. So if you go to put it in a card through the outside and don't have one on the inside, it'll come through like this. So it's kind of a bummer. I found it works best if you put a card in the inside first, and then you could put a card in the outside and it won't pop through. So just something kind of keep in mind. I think I have 2 cards in each slot. I really wouldn't add too much more, still to keep it that thin, kind of low profile. I believe this works best maybe like for summer, like gym shorts carries, because how thin it is. This works great if you're a minimalist, only carry a couple cards. If you like a lot of cards and cash, definitely not the best option out there, but this worked for me. A lot of different colors of this. I think you can get it in a couple different camos, maybe a khaki. Wasn't a ton of options. Once again, we were pretty limited on wallets on AliExpress, so kind of had a compromise here, but for around $5 or $6, not the worst thing in the world. Now we move on to multi-tools. I always love carrying a small multi-tool with me just because sometimes a knife might be a little bit too big, too intimidating in some places, and a little multi-tool just has so many little small capabilities that work really well. Once again, kind of like the wallet, I didn't have a ton of options on AliExpress. I saw some like Leatherman clones and stuff. I didn't really want to go that route. And I saw this little guy, I think it was close to like $9 or $10, coming from Nextool. I've had tons of different Nextool stuff on my channel, so I knew they're good quality. And for around 10 bucks, I thought, why not? I got this little guy, and let me say, it is little. It's pretty small. Very similar to like a Victorinox, like a Swiss Army knife, classic SD, kind of that same small keychain style multi-tool. And I will say, once I got it, it felt nice in hand. I like the metal construction, it's very thin. But this doesn't have a lot of tools. I think it only has like 3 tools. We have a really small little pen blade. I mean, this guy is tiny. You're not gonna be doing much cutting with this. The D10 on it isn't the best, so I really wouldn't do any heavy cutting with this guy. Has a very small little file. You can maybe use this as a little screwdriver. Really small, kind of what you see on a classic Swiss Army knife. This is pretty textured, so a nice little file. And the only thing on the other side is a small pair of scissors. And that's it. There's not really much going on here. I mean, for being this thin, I guess I can't really ask for too much more. Just a really nice small size keychain multi-tool. Have it in a couple different colors. I want the green. It's not the best multi-tool in the world, but just put it on your keychain or throw it in a bag or in a pouch. It'll definitely do the job, but not the best thing in the world. Wasn't really a lot of options for multi-tools, so this is kind of the bottom of the barrel, but at least it works. Now my favorite category is actually flashlights, and fortunately for me, AliExpress has tons of different flashlights. Being an Asian reseller, they have tons of Chinese brands like Raylight, Acebeam, Manker, and Skill Hunt. And I really love Skill Hunt because the flashlight I carry every single day is this guy right here. This is the Skill Hunt EC150. And I really love this light. It's nice and bright, has tons of different modes and features, USB-C rechargeable, magnetic tail cap, just works really great, but it's around $50. So when I saw that Skill Hunt had this little guy out on AliExpress for like $9 or $10, I thought I'd give it a shot. Unfortunately, it's okay. It's just a really basic small keychain flashlight. Uses just a AAA battery that was not included. Really simple, just one mode, just twist the head to turn it on. I think it's like 80 to 100 lumens, and that's it. Nothing really to write home about here. Really small, very nice and pocketable. Put it on your keys, drop it in a bag. It works. Just twist the head, boom, there you go. Nothing fancy, no other modes, no different brightnesses, just one brightness, and that's all you got. So it's okay. You can find this same light on Amazon for like the same price. For $10, it's okay. I really like Skill Hunt. They make really good quality lights. This one's just, you get what you pay for, I feel like, here with flashlights. Nothing really to write home about. It's just okay. Last up is actually a pen, and to be honest, I don't really carry a pen with me every single day. Yet there are some times where I either drop it in my pants pocket or my shirt pocket, maybe just to scribble down some notes or check off stuff on my to-do list. This one kind of drew me to it for one reason. It was just kind of a fidget factor where the top and the bottom both have a magnet, so the cap kind of just shoots right on. So kind of nice to kind of play with, kind of fidget with. On AliExpress, there's tons of different pens out there. I mean, you can just go crazy for days. There's tons of like titanium pens that are like bolt action, so that's kind of nice to see. But this one I liked, once again, just kind of that fidget factor of this pen cap. Unfortunately, this one is a clone or knockoff of a more popular pen company. The name escapes me for the moment, but if I find it, I'll flash it right here. So I didn't really like buying a reproduction, but for around $23, I thought I'd just give it a shot, just to show you guys something a little bit different. I will say, this isn't the best pen in the world. This did come with one refill already in it and one extra. And it writes okay. It's not the best refill in the world. It works all right, but it just doesn't put down as much ink as I would like. My favorite pen that I use actually every day for my job is this one right here, this Pentel Liquid Gel Energel. I like this one, just puts down a lot more ink in my opinion, just a lot clearer. This one I notice when I'm drawing it leaves kind of gaps, just not the best in the world. It works. I tried putting this refill in here. It didn't work because this one has to come out pretty far here, so it would get hung up, didn't shoot out of the way. I really wish this would take like a Pilot G2 or a more popular refill. I'm still trying to do some of my research on what refills fit in this, but due to the listing being really vague and the refill that came with it was written in all Chinese, it's kind of hard finding out what exact refills will fit in this, but I'll do some more research. I really like this pen. Feels nice in hand. There's tons of different options out there for this one. You can get it like flame anodized. You can get one like stone wash, tumble finish. I just kind of like this one all nice and smooth, kind of like this bright kind of stainless steel look. I thought it was kind of nice. I just kind of keep it in my desk, kind of fidget with it, kind of just play with the cap because it's magnetic. Kind of a small fidgety pen. Works okay. Once again, I'll try to flash the listing here, but for a $23 pen, it's all right. Not the best thing in the world, but it works. So this was our full EDC setup that we all bought from AliExpress. And best of all, this was under $100. We had around $5 or $6 here, 10, around 25, and around 22. So at the end of the day, pretty budget gear, but it comes together and it works. You don't need the most expensive, high quality gear out there. Buy something cheap first, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then upgrade from there. So for example, this knife, I think it works great. It would serve somebody probably for a decent long time. The lock is good, nice and fidgety, really nice big blade, feels comfortable in hand. This works. The multi-tool, it'll serve you for a while. Find out what you need, what maybe you're missing, what you like, upgrade from there. Flashlight, see if you like this. See if you like carrying a flashlight. If you do, then upgrade. For the pen, see if you even write down notes. If you don't worry about it. Carry the wallet, see if you miss having a cash slot, then upgrade. AliExpress is really great for just trying cheap stuff, seeing what you like, maybe see what you don't like. It's cheap enough you can try it, see it. The only problem is shipping times are a little rough, especially if you're here in the United States. Might take about a month to get to you, so it's something to keep in mind. Just have patience. But at the end of the day, you just have to really sort through your stuff. Try not to buy clones and knockoffs. I know I did here, but once again, just kind of wanted to show you guys what is out there. But AliExpress is nice if you know where to look. There's tons of junk on there, don't get me wrong, but behind some of that junk, there are some treasures. You just gotta kind of be resourceful. So let me know what you guys think. Was I missing stuff here? Am I close with this setup? Just really want to put together a quick little video for you guys, just show you what's out there. You don't have to spend a ton of money to build an EDC setup. I know I like carrying premium gear, and I'm sure you guys are like that stuff too. But there's some people just getting in this hobby that don't have all the disposable income. So start small and go from there. So really like to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Have you ever bought anything from AliExpress? If you have, if you really enjoyed it, let me know what, and maybe I can check it out in a future video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.